It's time for package from China. Pandora box time. Welcome to the Wicked Gamer and Collector. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So in today's video, it's time for a new Pandora box review. It's time for the 9S Plus edition. I already did a review about the 9 and the 9D, and now we have the 9S Plus. Yeah, let's make it more confusing. So we're going to check out what are we going to get, what kind of games do we have with this machine, and how are they running. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell, and let's go and let's unpack and let's see what's inside. Ooh, goodies. Alright, so this is how this system is looking. It's a 2-player version. We're going to do an overview a little bit later. First we're going to check out what's inside the package beside the game console itself. Alright, so to begin with, it comes with some replacement buttons. So if you have any problems, you can very easily replace these. Very nice touch, clickish. Comes with a power supply, 12 volt, 3 amps. The basic power supply you get with all of these Pandora boxes. It comes with the cable for connecting the power supply itself. A very basic but long HDMI cable. And USB cable if you want to connect it to your game console. So far I know it's only for old generation like Xbox 360, PS3 and the PSC. And we're having, if you want to go old school, and VGA cable. Alright, so this is what you're going to get with, there was no Chinese toilet paper manual. No, there is not. Is there? No. Alright, nevertheless, let's take a close look at the Pandora box itself. Alright, so let's do a little bit overview of the arcade machine itself and what are we going to get. Alright, so we're having the 6-button version. I already told you the buttons got a very nice touch. And yes, the reason why I'm saying this, not every single Pandora box have the same button. The joystick itself, it's very clickish. It's not that wiggle stick, what I'm calling it sometimes. It's just quite nice, but the question of course is how does it respond? We're having here the coin and the start button for player 1. Alright, so at the side of player 2 there's only one difference. We're having here the pause button. It pauses the game, or in other words it brings you back to the main menu, because when you're pressing it in game you're going to get this little menu where you can choose to continue or just go back to the main menu. So if you take a close look how it's made, it's pretty simple. This is more like this transparent acrylic plate, and on top we can find this very thick vinyl sticker. Alright, at the bottom we are finding the casing itself, of course. That is made of very thin metal, having this transparent rubbery feet, and here at the bottom we can find this single, if I'm guessing it was a 5-watt speaker. At the back we're finding an on-off switch, input for DC, output HDMI, 720p by the way, VGA, audio out, volume control, setting button. I'm going to show you in the video later on what you can do in the setting menu, and we're having 2 controller ports for connecting the system or the Pandora box through a cable on your game console, like in PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and the PC. What I really like to mention, that is something you don't see very often. Normally only the Pandora box store does this, that you're having this very big hole over here, and at the back we can find this is more like a plastic case. So there's something normally only the official Pandora box does with the arcade sticks, and let's say with the bootleg versions or the other brands, they're having just the mainboard without the casing assembled in the Pandora box itself. We're going to open it up and I'm going to show you what I mean with this. For opening up the Pandora I only need to remove these 3 screws. Let's grab ourselves a screwdriver and let's go. It's very tight. Alright, let's open it up and let's see what we're going to get inside. I like what they're doing here with the cable management. Looks very nice. If you want you can very easily replace the octo gates. It's not a 4 and 8 way, it's just a round. Okay, so if you don't like it, you can replace them, or you can replace the whole thing. Pretty damn easy, but what I think is very weird that if you look at the main board here, it's getting very strange, because if you look at the enclosure of the 9D, as you can see here, it's missing the top cover. So that is pretty weird. Okay, but nevertheless, let's take a close look at the main board itself. Okay, we're having here the LED strip. You can disconnect it if you don't like the LED function. Oh, very strange. It says here indeed Pandora 9S Plus. I must say I have never seen this kind of mainboard before. Even the CPU cooler is very strange. Again, never seen it. It's a totally new mainboard. And what you can see here, we're having the SD card. So the games are, I'm guessing, on this SD card. Can we reach it? Can we replace them? There's something we're going to find out in another episode of The Wicked Gamer and Collector. Stay tuned. But let's go! And let's see what we go to get. Pandora Box 9S Plus. Dream will end. Alright, so let's talk about the main menu and how does it work. Everything needs to be controlled with player 1. Player 2 doesn't do anything. So when pressing up and down, you can go to the next or previous video game. And as you can see, this little preview also switches so you can see what kind of game you can expect. Very convenient. Pressing left and right, you're going to the next page. We're having 202 pages on this Pandora box. There are more than 2,000 games, but there is only one thing that is concerning me. As you can see here, we're having this little, let's say this little guy with a plus. This means that these games have been added that are not in the original system. Why, you ask? Very simple. When pressing start, you go into the search function. Okay, having here the search function, so we can search in alphabetical order. And here at the left we can find category. But the little guy with the plus is not over here. So the games you add, you cannot search from the category system. So that's another thing. That's something that bothers me. You can still find the games when searching a letter. So it's not a very big thing, but a little bit of a bummer if you ask me. So yeah, if you want to search for a game, you still need to scroll through the list, even at only the M games. But you're getting the point. Alright, let's check the settings menu. So if I do a quick comparison with all the other Pandora boxes, let's say the 9 and the 9D, they're a little bit similar. We have here the Geo test. This is where basically if you want to check if all your buttons are working. Custom buttons, you can remap all your buttons if you're not satisfied with the configuration. System config, let's go to this menu. As you can see, we're having credit settings. This is more like if you want to have a core mechanism inside an arcade machine. You want to put this mainboard in an arcade machine and you want to have a core mechanism. And here I have some other things like auto exit, etc, etc. Quality optimization. This is the optimization. I don't like it, to be honest. I really love to see it old school. There is no aspect ratio of the screen itself. Okay, we have the game settings. By going into this, we can see we can just change the difficulties, edit the game list, edit the favorite list. That's the thing that's really I like about it. Alright, bookkeeping. This is where if you want to put this mainboard in an arcade machine, you can shut down the internal speaker if you don't like it. And we have in different languages. That's it. Nothing more. Save setting and reboot, people. And when pressing the pause button, you get this menu. So you can just basically continue or press the exit and go back to the menu. Alright, so let's talk about the games and what kind of games it supports. So out of the box, this is what you're going to get. And with this I mean you're going to get MAME, Neo Geo, PlayStation 1 and Sega MegaTech. The reason why I'm saying this is because there are some mainboards even supporting PSP, Sega Dreamcast and also retro systems like NES, Super NES and Mega Drive and Master System and PC Engine. So but this one only support arcade, PlayStation 1. What is this?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get it on.
Oh yeah!
Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3. Battles. Well, I got the picture. Yeah, I'm waiting for it. Yeah, I'm waiting for it. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
I've noticed some sound level difference. I didn't adjust the sound difference or the level, but you can hear it. It's not as loud like Street Fighter 3. Where are my jumping sounds? There are no jumping sounds, that's annoying. And we're having silent again because they didn't fix the audio. Nope, they didn't fix it.
Round 1. Fight. Scorpion. Choose your destiny. Round 1. Fight.
Alright, so for the final test, we are going to test Mortal Kombat. This is the test. If this game doesn't run well, that means that they're still running an old version. Oh man, you have to be shitting with me. Boo-hoo! That this game doesn't run is just a shame. Because of the Pandora Box 6, it runs perfect. Or perfect. Good as it can be. No, I can't take it anymore! Alright, so for the final conclusion about the Pandora Box 9S Plus. It's very hard to keep track. Especially for the people who are just new to this. We have 3 different versions, three of the Pandora Box 9. We have in the 9, 9D and the 9S Plus. The 9S Plus, it's more like a copy of the Pandora Box 6. It has the search function, so that's a big positive thing. But the weird part is, we're having more games, but they have all been added. A lot of titles I never heard of. And overall, this is what you're going to get. The joysticks, this is what you can expect for the money. They're pretty responsive, but for Chinese buttons and for the money we can't complain. The buttons itself are very responsive. Don't compare this with Senwa and other high quality products. But yeah, it's playable, it's fun experience. The game itself runs decent. Mortal Kombat runs like shit. And I can tell you I was a little bit disappointed seeing this. It has some PlayStation 1 games, especially the fighting games. And all the other games are more MAME and Neo Geo. So if you have any questions, leave it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell, because you get notified for upcoming Wicked videos. And yeah, if you like gaming, don't forget to check out the Wicked Gaming channel. Alright, see you next time. Stay strong, stay positive, and stay wicked. See you next time.